Hello everyone, it's Rebecca from Rebecca's Beautiful ASMR Addiction. Okay, I'm not going to be scary voice in this one, it's just me. And I'm so glad you could join me for making some treat bags. I want to send some fun little things to my grandchildren in Montana. Aren't these cute? I absolutely love these bags. First, we are going to start with some pins. They each have a fun Halloween design on it, and I will take them out of the bag and show you real quick. Now see, everything that I got is from Dollar Tree, and that was the challenge for myself, was to see if I could put together a pretty nice, affordable treat, all from Dollar Tree. Okay, there's 4 designs. Let me show you. Yep. Eyeballs, ghosts, bats, and spider webs. All spooky. And look at some rings, you guys. It's the kind that I'm wearing on my right hand. 4 colors. Aren't those so pretty and ghoulish? See here, I've got the orange one on. That is from a purchase I made like a couple years ago, so these keep coming back year after year at Dollar Tree, so that must mean that they're, still popular with people. I mean, if I hold on to them for a couple of years, that's probably a pretty good indication. I know it's all just cheap plastic, but the gems still kind of capture the light. See how they reflect? I think I'll take a purple one and put it on my other hand. Oh my gosh. These are so fun. Now, what other ghoulish thing do we have? I don't know why I like to fall into that kind of voice every once in a while. Erasers, you guys. I think 3D erasers. There's a cat. And a ghost. There's no hole at the bottom. What's going on there? This one does. The ghost doesn't. Well, I don't know. I think they're cute anyway. And decorative little filler pumpkins, and that's exactly what we're going to do, is put one in each bag as a filler, and just to make it look kind of cute, They match the bag. I like the sound, and it's kind of pretty. think, no, they're not. They look like they're glow in the dark, but maybe they're not. I don't know. But just, they say palm bones, but it's actually hand. This is your hand. Hand bones. Hand bones connected to the wrist bone. Wrist bones connected to the... I don't know. I don't remember the lyrics. But I love these. Are they cute? I decided to do less candy this year, but these I had to get when I saw them at Dollar Tree. There's a witch's hat. Frankenstein. Got another package of these two with different designs. So there would be, so there'd just be, what is the word? Variety. Thank you. Couldn't think of it. Boom. See? That's kind of cute. Cute in sort of a very ugly kind of way. There we go. Here's our Frankenstein. Oh my gosh. Can you hear the night sounds? Alright, here comes some pumpkin and ghost lollipops. Cut that last package open, not realizing there was a flap on the bottom. That's so cute. The smiling pumpkin jack-o'-lantern. Okay, here we go. We have some pencils. We have spider webs, jack-o'-lanterns, bats, and what does that blue one look like? We'll see if we can get a closer look after we open it. I think it's just a starry sky, which is still kind of, you know, Halloweenish. Okay, come off here. Let's do something else. Okay, there we go. Spider webs, bats, sky, jack-o'-lanterns. I'll give you a quick look up close here. Yep, starry sky. That's all. Oh my goodness. You guys, this is going to be my favorite piece to go in the tree bag. So those look yummy. Oh my word. I should have bought 3 packages just so I could have my own. Yes, I'm going to smell this and I'm going to want them. Pretty packaging. I'm happy that Reese's goes out of their way to make seasonal shapes. Pumpkin. Alrighty then. We have, see, I've never seen this candy before. Chewy and gummy mixins with fruit juicy bites, tangy chews, tangy turtle gummies, turtees gummies. Choose me. Well, I don't see any information about the flavors. There's enough here I might get a taste of my own of these. Just get a look at what they look like here. Watermelon. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna taste that. It's like one of my favorite hard candy flavors besides licorice. Can't see what that's made of. Anyway, 4 different kinds in there, and one of them is Choose Me Turties. I don't know. This one is blue raspberry. Ooh, my gosh. Yum. And I had to do these because the orange cowtail minis, original caramel. These things are so tasty. Made with a cream center. Oh my gosh, I love those. If you haven't had cowtails, you've got to try them. Of course, I don't know if it would be a favorite for children because it's almost like an adult candy, even though they're so sweet. Cowtails, are they cute? I should open it and show you one, but not this time. I have to wait and see if there's enough. Now, I love that this candy bar company has decorated their bag for Halloween. Musketeers, Milky Way, Twix, and Snickers. And there's 30 of them in there, so I can put more than one in each bag. Not funny. Now, see, I don't think they have decorated their package the way that Reese's did. Reese's puts the actual shape of their candy into a mold and makes a pumpkin. But these guys, they just decorate their bag. That's okay. Perfectly okay. And Krabby Patties, you guys. Oh my gosh. Those are so cute. I want to show you what they look like. Should I open it now? Yes, I should open it now. I want to get a closer look at these. I just think they're so funny. SpongeBob. See if we can get a close-up look at this. Oh my gosh. That is cute. See the other side. I don't think a pickle's supposed to be that big. That would definitely overpower a hamburger. Now tomato I would do, but not that. Okay, first assembly. I just want you to know that my set behind here is all Dollar Tree except for 2 things. Okay, here's the pumpkin lollipop. And here's the hand skeleton. Anyway, this big black spider is not. That was mine. I acquired it from a thrift shop. These bags, so cute. Alright, Reese's. And next, cowtail. Krabby Patty. Two different candy bars, minis. And a couple of different chewy candies. A pencil. See, we're not going to stuff these treat bags up to the gills. I'm being rather frugal this year. A ghost eraser. And we need we need a pen. Pen and a pumpkin and a pencil. Everything begins with a P. Just kidding, actually not. Anyway, those large, old-looking pumpkins were also mine that I got from a garage sale or a thrift shop. I can't remember which. But I was so happy to find those and that spider years ago. Otherwise, the little spiders are from Dollar Tree. Krabby Patty. And cowtails. And let's see. Chocolate bars. Chewy candies. Pencil. And orange ring. Red ring. Spatters. This spatters. And a witch hat lollipop. And a hand bone. Reese's. Cat eraser. I believe that's everything. Oh, the pen. These are easy to forget. And a decorative pumpkin. Now that's all. Anyway, the bat candelabras from Dollar Tree. The sign in the back is Dollar Tree. The black drape is Dollar Tree. The rats are from Dollar Tree. The black and orange pumpkins, Dollar Tree. Yeah, so I think you can make a decent sort of scary looking Halloween spooky scene with stuff from Dollar Tree. But, you know, I had to add a couple of my own little belongings. And the thing about those pumpkins is they are antiqued looking. They look kind of old, and I just always think of them as looking kind of spooky. Like they're sitting there rotting after a whole year. I don't know. I could kind of decorate my whole front porch the way I have my set, that would be fun. Cat eraser. I don't want to leave anything out because I've been chit-chatting with you guys. And bonds. And the pen. Mustn't forget the pen. Reese's. And our pumpkin on the top. I might tend to go in order just because that way I have things laid out on my table. Can you see the spider's beady eyes looking out at you? I got a sign from Dollar Tree that says, and I tried to fit it into the background, but it just wouldn't go. It goes, you say big black spider like it's a bad thing. That's the sign. I think it's so funny. And because I have a big black hairy spider in my background. And I've had it now for a few years. Okay, that's two different kinds there. Cowtails. I would have preferred to have some beeswax candles for my candelabra, but I don't have a stash of those aplenty. I need to buy some more, but they have more of a golden color and it might have gone well with this set, but these are okay too because they're my emergency candles and they're supposed to last 4.5 hours. I'm like, good. I don't want a lot of big drippy mess on my table. Handbond and a bat eraser. And a pin. We need a pumpkin. Oh, don't forget the Reese's first, though. There's our pumpkin. The thing is that you can save all this money. I can, save all this money trying to buy an inexpensive but fun treat bag. But you turn around and pay bucks and bucks for shipping. And I'm like, wow, it hardly even seems worth it. So, if they remain small and not too heavy, I can afford to send something out, at least something. I'll go all out for Christmas though, I think. Christmas is a different story, but we'll see. I read once that every time you say, I'm going to or I will about anything, always say, Lord willing, afterwards. Because we never know what could happen Yeah, you see, those are stars. And, you know, all the best laid plans. Ew, I'll say it in my spooky voice. All of the best laid plans of mice and men. It just, we don't know, you know, we hope to do this, we hope to do that. I will, or I'm going to, our plans and hopes, but we don't always know, because there's always the unexpected. So, all that to say that I hope to send some things to my kids at Christmas time. Lord willing, I hope. That's the plan. There is a Bible verse that I love. It says, and it's in Psalms, but I can't remember the reference. Man makes his plans, but God directs his steps. And you can leave that up to interpretation if you like, but I take it rather literally, assuming that our will and destiny mysteriously work hand in hand in this universe. And so, those of you who say it doesn't matter what I do because it has no meaning, you would be correct to some degree, because what's going to happen is going to happen. But on the other hand, and on the other side of this mysterious spectrum, is that we decide what we're going to do, how we're going to live. And so there is this great paradox in life. We have our free will, we must choose, but some things are completely out of our control. Most things. So, I will, or I'm going to, Lord willing, Krabby Patty. Sometimes I'm so filled with these meandering philosophical thoughts, and I can't help but share them. That whole aspect of the meaning of life, or is life meaningless, was a big one for me. Especially as I looked back at my childhood and wondered at the things that were allowed to happen, and even my adulthood in the ways that I have suffered. And just thought, wow, I can't make heads or tails of this. But I read a lot of literature, and from the great Christian philosophers or theologians. And then I also read a just a general education in psychology. And then there was the recovery groups, and between all of those things, you guys, I am a storehouse of a certain amount of wisdom through having lived now 64 years and having gone through a lot of troubles. Crappy Patty. I hope I'm doing all of these right. And one of the things, just on a practical level, that I learned was to decorate. I was fortunate to already have a certain eye for it and a knack. But my mom also taught me a little bit about spatial relationship, and then I got a further education in it by a couple of ladies that worked at my country store, who also had a very keen eye and told me what they knew, and thus I've been able to put together nicely the different dwellings that I've lived in, and interpret my look in home decor. Okay, I have found that I have some extra, so I am going to put a little bit more in each bag. So now you can see the table surface that I've been working with. It's just so fun to put together sets like this. You can see my scary looking mouse. Actually, they're rats, aren't they? I think mice, but they are black rats. Is there any such thing as a black rat? I don't think so. I think black rats are more scary than black spiders. But if I saw a spider as big as my big black spider, I would be scared. And if I saw spiders as big as my ring, I'd be scared. Or at least just kind of jump back and spooked, and then I'd be getting out my big whacker and whacking them to death. The rats, I don't know. What would you do if you saw rats that big and black in your house? What would you do? Alrighty. I just have 8 bags, and that's 1 bag more than I have grandchildren. And I'm still what I'm gonna do is just have an extra for my daughter, because she loves candy. I don't know if she's still eating it right now. I know she said she was tapering off. She is a candy fiend. She is a very thin, beautiful, beautiful girl, woman, but candy is her weakness. I'm glad I have a little extra here. so that the bags look a little bit more full and fun. So, 4 little candy bars, each one, 3 rings, 2 pencils, and about 4 of those chewy, 4 or 5. And oh, by the way, I tasted those green packaged chewy candies, and they are so good. I want to go back and get more for myself. Oh my gosh. Those designs, these bags are so, I don't know. It's eclectic because it has dogs. Dogs. Do dogs have anything to do with Halloween? Well, I have heard Halloween soundtracks where there are dogs howling in the background. It's not supposed to be wolves, it's supposed to be dogs. And they can be spooky, especially if there's just one lone dog barking in the dark of the night. I think it's so funny the way we as human beings enjoy getting just a little bit of a fright. Getting scared, deliciously frightened during a movie or whatever else it is. But I don't think that we would enjoy that if our lives were already fraught with fear. It's only from the safety of our home that we enjoy the jump out of your seat kind of scary fright. I know I do anyway. But I draw the line at the super gory movies that gore does not. I don't like it. But just like, oh, I love a psychological thriller. And of course, there's that kind of spooky old-time movie called Gaslight. And that is, the whole premise of that movie is where we get the saying gaslighting from, because in that movie, the husband is trying to make his wife think she's going mad because the gaslighting in the house keeps going off and on at different strange times. And after a while, she starts to think that she really is losing her mind because her husband is manipulating the gaslighting in the house. Isn't that how it is in real life? I've had it happen to me. Trust me. But if you watch it in a movie, I enjoyed seeing what it was all about. Alright, we're on our last bag here. And now each one is rather full enough give one person more than another, or there'll be a little squabble. Isn't that the way we all are? Hey, they got more than I did. And this fear in a child's heart that the parent loves someone more than another. Now I'm going to put orange ribbon on these bags because I think they look a little too plain the way that they are. So now that they're all safely enclosed, it makes putting on the ribbon far easier. Okay. I think that's cute. I mean, it just adds a little something to it. I believe that I got the ribbon from either a Dollar Tree, dollar store, or I'm always finding things in so many different places that my memory does not serve me. Because I really like picking things up secondhand, and our Goodwill store here in Susanville is good for that. But I do miss the secondhand shops that we had in Tennessee. Portland, Tennessee to be exact, because that was the town I moved from to come back to California. Don't regret the move, not a single day. I can tell you that there are things I miss about Tennessee. Shopping is one of them, absolutely. And I used to grumble about the lack of shopping there when I was there. Oh my gosh. I went from okay to not very good at all here in this mountain town. But that is the price you pay to have the other things you want. Life is always a trade-off, isn't it? Because there is no one place that you can live that will have everything. And like, for instance, this town I live in, it's not highly populated. And the price for a low population is not as many accommodations or amenities. That's just how it is. I'm sure many, many people, especially in other countries, are well acquainted with that fact. But it does kind of create a bit more of a community feeling if you have less people in a town. Everyone kind of knows one another. Sort of. Of course, you have to come out your front door. You've got to come out. So many people at the shops and the stores that I've gotten to know. Minus the library. Those ladies are so busy and professional, you don't get to just sit and chat with them. At least that's not been my experience. I feel like the people at Walmart have more time to chit chat than they do kidding. Okay, you guys, this is it. I'm just going to move things out of the way and call it a night. There we go. So, I will say goodbye to you now. And I'll see you